Okay, so in the last lecture, we have started discussion on investment decision, and we come to know that what is meant by investment. Okay, so what is meant by investment? We can say that this is one kind of a economical activity that we are doing for the benefit of a return from that particular activity. Okay, so let us consider any company purchase any machine. So what is the motto behind that particular purchase? Is nothing but that particular machine will create a return, or that will generate some product, and by selling these products we will get some benefit from that particular machine. Okay, so this is one kind of an example, like a machine. If you purchase one land, some part of a land, and uh, uh, after selling that land after 4 or 5 years, you are getting some amount of income, or some extra money by selling that particular land. So you'll get a benefit from doing the activity of expenditure on such a things. Okay, so that all the activities which pays you on a return basis or on a regular basis, such activities will be considered as a investment. Okay, and the resources whatever you have used to purchase that product, or that particular uh, thing, uh, will be considered as a expenditure, Okay, so that we have discussed in the last lecture. Now in this lecture we will discuss about the capital investment. Okay, so what is meant by capital investment? In actual case, in financial terms, the investment decision and the capital investment, these two things are considered to be a synonymous to each other. Okay, these are the synonymous names, or the terminologies which are considered in a finance. Okay, means what? Synonymous means what? They are not differ from each other. Okay, the meaning for both the term will be same one. Okay, now here the word capital means it refers to the asset. Okay, real asset. Okay, like any kind of a shape, like consider the land. Okay, then we can say that the building, construction of a building, then we can say that the machines. Okay, then whatever the facilities are available in a physical format. Okay, so all such a facilities and the expenditure on such a facilities will be considered as a capital investment. Okay, will be considered as a capital investment. Now it may be a raw material, that also will be considered as a investment. Okay, so material, or the things which are present in a physical format, and that things will be considered as asset for the companies. So asset means what? The things which the company owns, uh, these things are payback to the company. Okay, the things the company owns or any person owns, खरीद लिया है उसने. ओके, और वो आपको रिटर्न में कुछ दे रहा है. ओके, खरीद करने के बाद आपको वो रिटर्न में कुछ दे रहा है. So that will be that can be converted into a monetary value. Okay, so we can convert it into a money, and such things will be considered as an asset. Okay, such things will be considered as an asset. Okay, anything machine are paying back to you by doing the functions. The workers are paying back to you by performing the task. Okay, then the plant building is paying back to you by providing the shelter to the machines and everything else. Then the land is paying back to you. Okay, so the things which are providing the return to you on a discrete manner, or we can say that for the longer period of a time, such a things will be considered as an asset. Okay, and if you are doing the expenditure on such a things, then that particular expenditure will be considered as the capital investment. Okay, will be considered as a capital investment. Okay, getting my point about the capital investment. Now next thing is, in a simple language or in another language, you have to question whether adding the capital asset today will increase the revenue of a tomorrow or not. Okay, so that is the question. Like, you are investing on something, okay, you are doing the capital investment today, and whether it will cover up its cost and give some revenue for tomorrow or not. Okay, so it is simply thinking level of managers, or it will be considered as that things, investment on that things which will pays you for a longer time period. Okay, which will pays you for a longer time period by covering the cost of a purchase. Okay, let us say you have spent 10 rupees on one product, for example, and it will cover up that 10 rupees on a shorter run or shorter time period, and it will give you more 10 rupees in upcoming days. Okay, so that is nothing but what, it will cover up the cost, and it will provide you the overhead revenue for that particular purchase. Okay, so in other words, investment decisions are concerned with the question whether adding to capital assets today will increase the revenue of a tomorrow to cover the cost. Thus investment decisions are committed of a money resources at different time in expectation of economical returns in a future dates. Okay, getting my point? So the next point is need of investment decisions. Why we required to do the investment? Now, whatever I have told you, that things are quite similar for the investment, and the question arises that if I have established the plant one time, then why should I go for the further investment on the similar plant only? You know that take the example of a IT sector for the understanding purpose. For today, if you are using one kind of a mobile, and uh, if you check after 6 months, okay, the type of mobile, or it will be get upgraded. Okay, so or the new features are getting added in that particular mobile. Okay, or similar kind of IT sectors. Okay, so we can manage that point with the IT sector also. In the IT sector, you should be on toes that you should learn the new things, and you should be cope up with the latest trends in the market. Okay, so what is nothing but that you are investing your time for learning the new things. Okay, you are investing your time for the learning new things. So similar kind of a things. And what pays off you? So your salary hike will be there. Okay, by learning the new things, your salary hike will, you will get the salary hike, then the promotion. Okay, then job security. So these are the outcome by investing your time for the learning new things. Okay, similar kind of things are there. So for the industry, why the investments are required? Okay, first is nothing but the question arises about the survival. So whatever business you are doing today, okay, similar kind of a mobile. Okay, whatever the business you are doing today, whether that business will cope up with the future or not. That is the anxiety in everyone's or every businessman mind. Okay, so that will survive or not. Okay, and whether you are ensuring the growth of that particular business or not. Okay, so take the example of a Nokia mobile. So in 2000 up to 2008-9, I think so, that mobile was very much famous in the world. And but the company owners, or we can say that the company promoters are not ready to cope up with the new trends of a market. So in within 5 years, these mobiles are obsoleted from the market. Now we are not able to see the Nokia mobile in the market. Okay, so that is the problem. If you are not going to invest for the upcoming trends, or for the latest trends, or for the enhancement of your company, then you will get absoluted, or you will get out of the market as early as possible. Okay, so this is the question of a survival. Okay, this is the question of a survival. So by doing the investment, you are ensuring your survival and your growth in the market. Okay. Next thing is nothing but nowadays you can see that the market cap or market share is the major part. Means let us say Asian Paint and Burger Paint, two paint companies are there. So how much market cap is covered up by the Asian Paint and how much market cap is covered up by the Burger Paint? Okay, I have given two examples. So paint companies are two paint companies are there, and out of that two companies, the 60% people refer to the Asian Paint and 20% people refers to the Burger Paint, and 10% people refers to the another type of companies. Okay, another type of companies. So like that, these are the market shares. Means what? Market share means what? How much customers are ready to purchase your product. Okay, so if any customer want to purchase your product, then that particular person having the list of good points and bad points about your product. Okay, and that particular person comparing the same thing with the another product also, and then only the customer taking the decision about or right decision or whatever the decision that particular person or the customer want to take, it will take that. And to retain that things, to retain the leadership in a particular sector. Okay, so let us consider that the Tata group is the leader of automobile sector. Then let us consider that the TCS is the leader of IT sector. Okay, let us consider that the HDFC Bank is the leader of banking sector. Okay, then we can say that the Microsoft is the leader of processor manufacturing sector. Okay, Apple is the leader of mobile sector. Okay, so that retention, why we are saying that leader? Because they are taking up the maximum revenue from the market. Okay, they are taking up the maximum revenue from the market. So most of the people are desiring about these particular products. Okay, which is coming out of these kinds of companies or the leaders. Okay, and this leadership, and one thinking about that, if I purchase this from another party, I will not get that much benefit when I'm going to sell that particular product once again in the market. So if I purchase the product from the leader, I will get a resale value also. Okay, similar kind of Apple. Okay, and another if you compare the Apple mobile and another Android mobiles, so resale value, check the resale value of this same time purchased two mobiles. Okay, आपने एक मोबाइल एंड्रॉइड का कौन सा भी मोबाइल उसी दिन परचेस किया और एप्पल का मोबाइल उसी दिन परचेस किया, तो उसकी रीसेल वैल्यू 1 मंथ के बाद चेक किया आपने, तो कितना डिफरेंस आता है आपको पता चल जाएगा. सो दैट इज द पॉइंट अबाउट द लीडरशिप. if your company is the leader in that particular sector, then the confidence of the customer is more about your product. Okay, so that retention of a leadership is the most important point. Okay, retention of a leadership or become a leader is more important point. So for that purpose, you should need to do the investment. Okay, so need of an investment decision arises for attaining the long-term objective of the firm. Okay, which kind of a long-term objective? So in the long term, company want to survive in the market, so survival or a growth. Okay, first is nothing but if you have a stability, then you can go for the growth. Okay, if you are business in a declining mode, then you don't have a stability. So in that case, you are struggling for the survival. So survival is the revenue or increasing profitability, then preserving share of a particular market and preserving share of a particular market and retain leadership in a particular aspect. Okay, of a economical activity. So leadership in the sense of more market shares or more market capital and preserving that or gaining more profit from that particular market share. Okay, so this is about the need of an investment decision. So then what are the different categories of an investment decision? So on which point company want to, or on which concept company want to perform the investment, or any proprietor want to perform the investment. So first is nothing but inventory investment. So whatever you have produced and stored, okay, or your raw material which is stored, that purchasing the raw material or holding the inventory of a finished good, the amount of money is spent will be considered as a inventory investment. So holding of a stock of a material is unavoidable for the smooth running of a business. So the expenditure on the stocks comes in the category of a investment, and once again it is the part of a capital investment. Then next type of a investment decision is nothing but strategic investment expenditure. In this case, the firm makes the investment decision in order to strengthen its market power. The return on such an investment will be immediate. Okay, so take the example that Tata Motor want to do the investment in a electrical vehicle. Then he also want that particular company also want to provide the electrical charging station. Okay, so what is happening? They have predicted the market of a future, and they are doing some strategies. Okay, like we can say that one company, Tata Elixir, also working in a IoT sector. Okay, one company is there, Tata Chemical, which is working in the battery sector. Okay, Tata Power producing the power, renewable power energy. So the Tata Power working on an energy sector. Okay, and the Tata Motor is working in producing automobile related to the electrical vehicle. Okay, so this is the strategy of a Tata Group, that in future when this electrical vehicle market will get boom in the Indian market, then the most of the market shares will be acquired by the Tata Motor or Tata Group. Okay, so that this strategies developed by the Tata Group. Similar kind of strategies are there with the Mahindra. Similar kind of strategies with the another companies also. Okay, some companies want to do such strategies that we should be the first person or a first company to provide this thing, so that this product will be newer in the market, and no another company will have the similar kind of a product. So such a products will be called as a monopoly, or such a companies which are producing the products are called as a monopoly company. Okay, monopoly company. So most of the time if you see that the ISRO is the monopoly company in India. Okay, so I would like to give an example, which is manufacturing the rockets. So ISRO, no another company in India who is manufacturing the rockets. Okay, then DRDO is one of the company which will be considered as a monopoly in amino sector, or we can say that the manufacturing of military vehicles and aminos which are required for the military. So monopoly company. So if anybody want to open up the monopoly of a particular business, so that will be considered as a strategic investment for that particular company. Then the third type of investment decision is nothing but modernization investment. So in that case, we are adopting the new technologies which are better in the market, or we can say that they are having more automation and required less human interference, or we are getting the more output from that particular technology. Such a adoption of such a technologies and investment on such a technologies will be considered as a modernization investment. Getting my point? Now, the next fourth one is expansion investment on a new business. Okay, let us if you are running one business and decided to open a new business or diversify your business, so then that diversification or opening of the new investment, so in a particular sector, will be considered as a expansion investment. Okay, then replacement investment. Okay, if any machine is obsoleted, or we can say that it will worm out, or it is not working properly as per the requirement, then you want to replace that old machine with the new machine. So for that purpose, you also want to do the expenditure to purchase the new machine. Okay, so that will be considered as a replacement investment. Whereas the expansion investment, okay, here expansion investment on a new business, okay, and here expansion investment. So if you want to open up the new business, okay, or you want to produce the another one component, okay, so that will be called as an expansion investment on a new business. Whereas expansion, you are having one product and you want to increase the production rate of a same product, or you want to produce more components, similar kind of a components, then that particular for that purpose you need to increase the number of machine, you want to increase the land requirement, then you want to increase the material capacity, storage capacity. So that investment on that things to produce a similar component or a same component in a large amount, okay, so that will be considered as a expansion investment. So in this case, the firm decides to expand the productive capacity for existing products and thus grows further in a unidirection. This type of investment is also called as a capital widening. Okay, capital widening, capital ko badhana. Okay, this type of expansion will be considered as a capital widening. Getting everyone? Is there any question, any doubt about the investment decision? Is there any question, any doubt? If you not understood anything, kindly ask the question, no issue. If you don't have any question, so then you can write. I think you have written this point, investment decision, right? So write on the next heading, capital investment. Capital investment. In that you can write in this, in the financial management, in the financial management, you can write in the financial management, the financial management, the investment decision means capital budgeting. Okay, in the financial management, the investment decision means capital budgeting. Capital budgeting. Second point, investment decision and capital budgeting. Investment decision and capital budgeting. Investment decision and capital budgeting are not considered investment decision and capital budgeting are not considered different acts in business world. Next point, in investment decision, investment decision the word capital is exclusively understood to refer to real assets, which may assume any shape, wise building, comma plant and machinery, comma raw material, and so on and so forth, comma raw material, and so on and so forth, comma whereas investment refers to any such a real assets, whereas investment refers to any such real assets, any such real asset. Okay, next point you can write, in other words, in other words, in other words, comma, investment decisions are, in other words, investment decisions are concerned with, in other words, investment decisions are concerned with the question, the question, the question, the question whether adding to capital assets today, whether adding to capital assets today will increase the revenue of tomorrow, whether adding to capital assets today will increase the revenue of tomorrow to cover costs, increase the revenue of tomorrow to cover costs. Thus, thus investment decisions, thus investment decisions are commitment of money, investment decisions are commitment of money, resources, commitment of money resources at different time, at different time in expectation of economic returns, in expectation of economic returns in future dates, in future dates. Getting everyone? So next point, write down need for investment decision. Why investment decisions are required? Need for investment decisions. In that you can write the need for investment decisions, need for investment decisions. In that you can write need, the need for investment decisions, the need for investment decisions arrives for attaining, the need for investment decisions arrives for attaining, arrives for attaining the long-term objective of the firm, the long-term objective of the firm, long-term objective of the firm, wise survival or growth, wise survival or growth, comma, preserving share of a particular market, preserving share of a particular market, and retaining leadership in a particular aspect of a economical activity, preserving share of a particular market, preserving share of a particular market, and retaining or retain leadership in a particular aspect of economic activity, economic activity. Okay, so next write down categories of investment decision, categories of investment decision. Categories of investment decision. In that first point, inventory investment, inventory investment. Inventory investment. In that, write down holding of stocks of materials, holding of stocks of materials is unavoidable for smooth running of a business. Is unavoidable for smooth running of a business. Full stop. The expenditure on stocks comes in the category of investment. ओके, आपने रॉ मटेरियल का स्टॉक रखा, नहीं तो आपने फिनिश गुड्स का स्टॉक रखा. सो रॉ मटेरियल आपको प्रोडक्ट बनाने के लिए काम आ जाएगा. ओके, और उससे आपको रिवेन्यू जनरेट हो जाएगा. जो फिनिश गुड का और फिनिश प्रोडक्ट का आपने जो स्टॉक रखा है वो सेल आउट करके आपको मनी बैक मिलेगा. सो both type of inventory you have to maintain, and to buy or to store, to buy the raw material you required some capital or money, and that in purchase will be considered as an investment. Okay, and after producing the product, to accommodate the market fluctuation related to the demand, you need to maintain some safety stock, or you need to maintain some inventory. Okay, and when that product which is stored, or we have made an inventory of that particular product, when you sell out that product, you will get a revenue. Okay, so you will get some return back from that particular product. So both the money which you have spent to produce that product, that expenditure will be considered as a investment, and it will get returned back after selling out that product. Okay, so inventory, investment. Then strategic investment, expenditure. Strategic investment, expenditure. So something new decisions or new products when you want to launch in the market. Okay, or if you want to enter in a new business, okay, then that will be considered as a strategic investment. Okay, so you everyone knows that the Jio SIM card, initially you will get a free of cost. Okay, initially you get free of cost a Jio SIM card, and for I think 6 months. I'm not using Jio, so I don't know, but I think 6 month or 1 year time period, you have used daily 1 GB free of cost. And after that, now you can see that the prices of recharges, how they are climbing to the top level. Okay, for 1 month recharge, at least you required 400 rupees, near about that amount you required. Okay, and this type of a business, now Reliance entered in such a pathetic business. Like this telecom companies will be considered as a pathetic business now, because no one is sustaining in Indian market in front of a Jio and Airtel. So we have seen what happened with the Vodafone, and what happened with the Hutch, and what happened with the Tata Telecom, what happened with the BSNL, what happened with the Idea. So these are the examples which shows that the business is very much crucial, and you have to sustain the losses for long term time period, and then and then only you are able to sustain in the telecom sector. But if you are not able to do that things, then your total business will be collapsed. And it is about the market share. Okay, this telecom industry business is totally about the market cap. Means market cap means, if consider that the 50 crore people in India are using any of the SIM card. So if the Jio is having 25% market share, or we can say that the 10 crore users, Airtel is having 15 crore users, and others remaining having 5 crore, 10 crore, like that users, 3 crore users, Vodafone Idea, like that. So when you get more business, okay, or when you increase your market cap or a market share, then and then only your business will be grown up. Okay, then and then only the business will go grown up. And to grow that business, what strategies you are implementing? So Jio is the nice example about the strategic investment. So initially they have invested, they determine, firstly they do the market survey about the what is happening in the market. And people, the recharges, 1 GB recharge is near about 100 rupees previous to that. And what strategy need to implement? Then Jio beared all the losses for 1 year. Okay, lakhs of crores of rupees are investment uh, to to capture the large market cap. Okay, to capture the large market cap in India. So like that Jio has done. So Jio given one kind of a habit to the Indian people about the internet and free data and all that things. And people, when the people habitual about that thing, then afterward Jio started applying the charges. Okay, and now you are habitual, and now you are not able to lose that particular habit. And for that purpose you have to make the recharge of 400 rupees or 500 rupees for 50 days or 60 days anyhow. Okay, so that is the situation, this is the strategy. And for that purpose you need to invest something. Okay, and you'll not get a result quickly, you need to wait to get the results. Okay, so strategic investment expenditure, write down strategic investment expenditure. So in this case in this case the firm makes investment decisions. In this case the firm makes investment decisions. The firm makes investment decisions in order to strengthen its market power. The firm makes investment decisions in order to strengthen its market power. Strengthen its market power. Full stop. The return on such an investment, the return on such an investment will not be immediate. Will not be immediate. The next one, modernization investment. Then third one, modernization investment. In this case, the firm decide to adopt a new and better technology. In this case, the firm decide to adopt a new and better technology in place of the old one. In place of the old one. For the sake of cost reduction, for the sake of cost reduction, it is also known as capital deepening process. It is known as capital deepening process. Capital deepening process. Okay. Then expansion investment on a new business. Next type of is expansion investment on new business. Expansion investment on new business. Expansion investment on a new business. In that you can write, in this case in this case, the firm decide to start, in this case, the firm decides to start a new business. The firm decides to start a new business or diversify into new lines of production. In this case, the firm decide to start a new business or diversify into new lines of a production, for which for which for which for which a new set of machines for which a new set of machines are to be purchased. New set of machines are to be purchased. Okay, 1 minute. I think internet issue. Okay. So next point is replacement investment. In this category, you can write, in this category, the firm takes decisions. In this category, the firm takes decisions about the replacement of worn out and obsolete assets, about the replacement of worn out and absolute assets by new ones. And the last one is expansion investment. Okay, expansion investment. That you can write, in this case, the firms decides to expand. The firms decide to expand. The productive capacity for existing products and thus grows further in a unidirection. Unidirection means वो उसकी ग्रोथ बढ़ती ही जाती है. ओके, उसकी ग्रोथ बढ़ती ही जाती है. दैट इज नथिंग बट unidirectional. Why one can invest in a business which is in a slack? Okay, it will not happen. Okay, if you are investing in one of the business, so that business is growing in a continuous basis. So if you increase the production rate, then obviously you can tackle with the more demand, and your growth will be maximized. Okay, so that will be unidirectional growth. So this type of investment, write down, this type of investment is also called capital widening. Capital को बढ़ा रहे हैं आप. So capital widening, wide कर रहे हैं, बढ़ा रहे हैं, capital widening. Okay, over. Is there any question, any doubt about this? If not, then write down the next point as an evaluation criteria. Okay, evaluation means what? That we understood first. Evaluation means we are doing the analysis of your investment. Okay, evaluation means you are doing the analysis of your investment. So now in the analysis, what we are doing, okay, sab khel paise ka hai. So in the analysis, what we are doing, we are analyzing that whatever the money coming inside the company and whatever the money going out of the company, so that is called as cash inflow and cash outflow. So इन दोनों का रिकॉर्ड मेंटेन करना, नहीं तो इन दोनों में की तफावत निकालना, उसको क्या बोलते हैं, एनालिसिस बोलते हैं. So the real meaning of a capital investment analysis is a computing and comparing benefits. Okay, benefit means cash inflow. आपको बेनिफिट मिल रहा है, कुछ तो सेल आपने किया है और उसका पैसा आपको मिल रहा है, so that will be considered as a benefit, and benefit can be measured as a cash inflow. Okay, obtained over a period of a time with cost. Cost means what? How much amount of money you are spending to produce that particular product. Okay, to produce that particular product. So that is nothing but cost, and cost will be going out of the industry. Okay, let us say you are purchasing the raw material, so money going out of your company. Let us consider you are spending to buy some products from your subcontractors or from vendors, so that will be the cost which is going out of the company. So that will be called as a cost outflow. So maintaining record or computing or comparing between cash inflow and cost outflow, we required the evaluation criteria. Okay, we required the evaluation criteria or the total things whatever we are doing here. So that thing is called as a capital investment analysis. Capital investment analysis. Okay, so there are some criteria, evaluation criteria are there. Total 7 criteria are there, but we are not going to see all the criteria. 3-4 criteria we are going to see out of this 7. But for the understanding purpose, you can consider these 7 criteria as a payback period, average return on investment, net present value, internal rate of return, benefit cost ratio, capital rationing, profitability index. So these 7 evaluation criteria are there, which will be used to analyze your investment, which will be used to analyze your investment. Okay, so we will discuss about the first criteria, that is nothing but payback period. What is meant by payback period? So let us consider you have investment 1,000 rupees on one product, and you are thinking about that within 2 years you will get or you will recover that 1,000 rupees from that particular product. Okay, consider that product doing any function, and by doing that function, that product will pay back to you 1,000 rupees in 2-year time period. So how much years are required to get the payback from that particular product? That is nothing but a 2 year. And how you are calculating that? If consider that for 1 year you are getting a payback of a 500 rupees, and for the second year you are getting the payback of a 500 rupees. So here you are going to consider the net return as a constant. Okay, if you are considering net return from the product as a constant, let us say you are getting the return of a 500 rupees per year benefit or cash inflow from that particular product, then how much years you required to overcome your initial investment? So that is nothing but a 2-year time period you required to overcome your initial investment. If you are considering 500 rupees net cash flow or net payback from that particular product, so that 2 years will be considered as a payback period of your investment. Okay, that 2 years will be considered as a payback period for your investment. So here payback period means it is the length of time required to recover the investment made on the project, which is recovered by the net return from the project. Okay, if the cash inflow are same in each year, the payback period is expressed as N is equal to I divided by B. Okay, N is equal to I divided by B. This is the formula for the payback period. Here, what we are going to consider, the cash inflow. Consider that each year you are getting 500 rupees. So that 500 rupees you are getting every year. So that is nothing but what? The cash inflow is same for every year. Okay. Cash inflow is same for every year. So how much years you required? That is nothing. Whatever the investment you have made divided by the net return per year. Net return per year. That is nothing but you will get the payback period, that is N. Okay, here N is the payback period in a years, I is the initial investment, and B is the net return benefit per annum. Okay, let us consider by doing all the operations or by subtracting all the expenditure in a year, you are achieving 500 rupee profit. Okay, net profit. So that will be considered as a net return or a benefit per annum. Okay, that will be considered as a net return and benefit per year. Okay, so shorter the payback period, more desirable is the product. So what is meaning of this? If your investment will be recovered in a smaller time period, then from your project or whatever you are doing, okay, from that particular expenditure or capital investment, if your investment recovering in a shorter time period, such a products are more desirable. Okay, and to recover your investment, uh, uh, number of years requirement is more, so that projects are not that much desirable projects. Okay, so here you need to remember that payback period means आपको कितने साल लगते हैं आपकी इन्वेस्टमेंट उस प्रोजेक्ट से बाहर निकालने के लिए. ओके, उस टाइम पीरियड को आप पेबैक पीरियड कंसीडर कर सकते हैं. यहाँ पे दो चीजें आपको याद रखनी पड़ेगी. एक तो ये फॉर्मूला, क्या कौन सा फॉर्मूला? N is equal to I divided by B, where I is nothing but your initial investment and B is nothing but constant net return per annum. ओके, हर साल के लिए आपको एक कांस्टेंट रिटर्न मिल रहा है. कंसीडर कीजिएगा 2500 रुपए, 2000 रुपए, 10,000 रुपए, 25,000 रुपए, 50 लाख रुपए, हर साल को आपको वो उतना मिल रहा है कंटिन्यूअस बेसिस पर. ओके, सो दैट इज नथिंग बट बी. ओके, नेट रिटर्न. सो इन्वेस्टमेंट को आपको नेट रिटर्न से डिवाइड करना पड़ेगा, तो आपको क्या मिलेगा? टोटल नंबर ऑफ ईयर्स और टोटल नंबर ऑफ पीरियड्स required to get back your investment from the particular project or particular investment. Okay, इसमें एक चीज आपको याद क्या रखनी है, जितना छोटा टाइम पीरियड रहेगा पेबैक का, उतना अच्छा वो प्रोजेक्ट रहेगा, उतना अच्छा वो इन्वेस्टमेंट रहेगा. ओके, शॉर्टर द पेबैक पीरियड, the more desirable is the project. Okay, so what are the strength and weaknesses about this particular evaluation criteria? So strength क्या है? Easily हम calculate कर सकते हैं, simple to calculate and सबको easily understand होता है. Okay, मैं assume करता हूँ कि आपको easily understand हो गया. So easy to understand. Okay, now here what are the weaknesses? So whatever the formula we are getting, okay, N is equal to I divided by B. So answer we are getting in a number of years. Okay, the answer we are not getting in a number of dollars or in a monetary value. Okay, then if consider that within 4-year time period, payback is over. Okay, 4-year time period, you recovered all the money from your project, okay, or from your business. Then what about further years? Okay, what is happening in a 5th year? What is happening in a 6th year? So this evaluation criteria will not comment, okay, will not give any signal or will not give any data or information related to further years, okay, after the payback period. So we can say that disregards cash flow after payback. Okay, and the last point is very much important, does not account for the time value of money. Okay, does not account for the time value of money. So here this word is very much important. That is nothing but time value of money. Okay, this line, time value of money. Understand the meaning of this time value of money. क्या हो सकता है time value of money? Okay, so आपको एक सवाल पूछता हूँ कि आपने आपके दोस्त को 100 रुपीज दिए हैं. ओके, आज आपने एक दोस्त को 100 रुपीज दिए हैं और उसने कमेंट क्या किया कि 2 दिन के बाद मैं तुम्हारे 100 रुपीज लौटा दूंगा. ओके, 2 दिन के बाद मैं तुम्हारे 100 रुपीज लौटा दूंगा. ओके, आपने दिए, 2 दिन के बाद ये बोला क्या 100 रुपीज लौटा दूंगा, लेकिन इसने लौटाए नहीं. 2 दिन के बाद भी. सो ये लौटाने के लिए उसको 1 साल लग गया, 1 ईयर. ओके, 1 ईयर लग गया. ओके, 1 ईयर लग गया. ये लौटाने के लिए, आपको लौटाने के लिए उसको क्या लग गया, 1 ईयर लग गया. नाउ कंसीडर दैट with the same amount, now here with the same amount on that year you are able to purchase, consider one chocolate. Okay, dairy milk chocolate with 100 rupees. Okay, you are able to purchase dairy milk chocolate with 100 rupees, one chocolate. Okay, initially today consider that. But after 1 year, what is happening? The chocolate cost become 110 rupees. The chocolate cost become 110 rupees. Now after 1 year you are not able to purchase that particular chocolate. Okay, you are not able to purchase that particular chocolate with the 100 rupees. Getting my point? So this is the time value of money. So आपको एक दोस्त 100 रुपए अभी दे रहा है और एक दोस्त 100 रुपए 1 साल के बाद दे रहा है, तो किसकी वैल्यू अच्छी रहेगी? जिसने आज 100 रुपए आपको दिए, उस 100 रुपए की वैल्यू 100 रुपए ही रहेंगे. लेकिन by spending that 100 rupees, what you are going to purchase? Okay, so that will not happen after 1 year. Okay, because the inflation rate nowadays also, okay, the inflation rate in India is 5.9%. Okay, so this is true data. If you want to search, you will get somewhat near about 5.9%. Okay, इसका मतलब क्या होता है? इन्फ्लेशन का मतलब क्या होता है? महागाई, मराठीत म्हणतो त्याला महागाई दर. Okay, so what is meant by महागाई दर? Okay, or inflation. So consider that the similar thing is there. If you are purchasing one thing today with 100 rupees, the cost of that particular thing will become 105 after 1 year, or more than that, but not less than that. Okay, 105.9. Okay, after 1 year the cost will become 105.9. so the value of 100 rupees will not be same after 1 year. The value of 100 rupees will not be same after 1 year. So that is called as a time value of money. That is called as a time value of money. समझ में आ रहा है? So एक और आपको एग्जांपल देता हूं. आपने बैंक से लोन लिया 10,000 रुपए. ओके, 10,000 रुपए बैंक से लोन लिया. सो बैंक ने आप पर इंटरेस्ट लगाया 10% का. ओके, और 1 साल के बाद आपको क्या 10% के हिसाब से कितना देना पड़ेगा? 11,000 देना पड़ेगा बैंक को. और सेम मनी आपने किसी दोस्त को दिया 10,000 रुपए और उस दोस्त ने 1 साल के बाद वही पैसा लौटा दिया. अब वहां पे आपको कितना मिल रहा है? और उसने कोई इंटरेस्ट नहीं दिया, तो आपको 10,000 ही मिलेगा. ओके, लेकिन आपको वो अमाउंट बैंक को पे करना है बाद में. ओके, जो आपने बैंक से लिया है. सो आपको कितना पे करना पड़ेगा? 11,000. मतलब 1 साल के बाद बैंक के 10,000 की कॉस्टिंग कितनी हो रही है? 11,000 हो रही है. ओके, समझ में आ रहा है? 10,000 की कॉस्टिंग कितनी हो रही है? 11,000 हो रही. ये है टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी. ओके, ये है टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? व्हाट इज मीन बाय टाइम वैल्यू ऑफ मनी? इज देयर एनी डाउट, एनी क्वेश्चन? ये पॉइंट समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं? कोई तो बताओ मुझे, so that I will come to know.
Yes.
Getting? Okay. Okay, is there any doubt, any question about this payback period and time value of money? Okay, so we will take one example. Okay, a company invested I think 10 lakh dollars on a project. Okay, it may be 10 lakh on a project, and net return from the project is 25,000 or 2 lakh 50,000. Okay, 2 lakh